Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtimedr. So, Destiny's Child, having some fun with this game. I wanted to make a guide today. I've seen the question a lot of times, what's Miku good for? And I did want to discuss with you guys where she ranks as far as what her usefulness is going to be in the future. And then also it's going to cue you guys into a new event that's going to be coming, hopefully within 1 or 2 patches. So, let me try to parse out the information for you as quickly as I can. So, in the event that we have going now, and by the way, guys, I hope you're doing your dice rolls and try to farm that Snow Miku event on cooldown if possible, but of course, whenever you can, because they have free resets for it. I think it's like every 8-ish or so hours. Try to get as much of those snowflakes as you can, because the farther down you get in the tree, the closer you get to unlocking all the crazy rewards, including more blood gems, which is a very rare currency in this game. I'm gonna go over Miku right now. You see I'm still building mine up. I just got her 3 to 4 days ago. She should actually be farther along than this, but I'm gonna have to put her in on my farm teams pretty soon. So we'll go over her skills real quick, then I'll tell you what she's actually good for, and then we could look at Snow Miku a little bit too. So number 1, Miku here. She is going to help you do some healing for your water teams. You need to think of her specifically in the water team context because... And it's the same thing with Snow Miku, just a little bit different. There's a thing in this game called Ragna Break, which are the raids in this game. They don't come up. They come up like... I've only seen one so far, and I've been playing for a little over a month. So I'm guessing once every month or so, maybe every 2 months. But so what happens is there's a raid, and the raid has, you know, all your typical stuff like quests, there's a solo missions, and then the more raids that you get that randomly pop up after whatever else you're doing in the game. You try to complete those, and then you usually unlock a super powerful character if you manage to complete everything. But before we get into that, Miku's actually going to be really good for that because she is a water healer. And you are going to want to run mostly water teams for this raid that's coming up because at least half of the higher level mobs that you are fighting, if not all of them, are going to be fire-based, which means water teams are going to have a significant advantage on killing them fast and killing them efficiently. Because you can have the top tier DPS in this game and support per se, but if it's not of a certain element, you're going to have a really hard time because the raid mobs in this game, they really beat on you really hard. So you got to take every advantage you can get. Now, Miku's going to help you contribute to that, because you see here on her 2, or I guess her first base skill, that's not her auto attack. Recovery amount, plus 30% for water-type allies. That's pretty good. She puts up a pretty big regen there for your team if you get her built up properly. And then also, you know, she's granting plus 1200 attack to 3 allies. So that's going to be really good for your water teams as well. And then 70% chance to grant aid. Weak point skill damage plus 15%, so water's going to do 15% more damage to fire, etc. Attack increase proportional to the current number of buffs for 14 seconds. So if you have her and you have Change, who's going to put up a bunch of buffs for your team, along with some of the other units in the game, you're going to be rocking those raids really hard, guys. So, and then yeah, it's a tap skill technically, but not the base tap skill, the super skill, whatever the hell they call the break skill. 2 random enemies, drive skill damage 50% for up to 5 water-type allies and water god. So what that means is her drive skills are going to hit it's going to hit for the damage that it says to 2 random enemies, but the important part is it's going to provide 50% additional damage for up to 5, which is basically the full team. And their drive gauges are going to go up 33%. Or, excuse me, my bad, 300 for an ally for 33 seconds. So your drives are going to come faster, which means you're going to be getting your skills off more. The skills are going to be hitting harder. I shouldn't have to explain to you what that means for your water units, guys. So that's going to be super powerful. And then she has a leadership too, depending on who you have on your team. If you got like an Eve, Change's actually not bad. Heroes like that. You can also have, but if not, you know, you could use her for the lethal buff, so all the tap skills and raids. 10% added, by the way, if you see that here, so 20% in raids for water-type allies. So Miku's going to be really good. Snow Miku's basically the same thing, just a little bit different. I don't have a Snow Miku to show off, unfortunately. Still saving up for her, and hopefully I'll draw her at some point. But so your raid teams, need to start focusing your water heroes. So for those of you who do not have an Eve, if you have an Eve, congratulations, that's great. Right here, these are all my water units that I have, and you see it's not exactly a crazy powerful bunch, and I need to actually start working on Ellison, because Ellison, if you don't have Eve, Ellison's about the next best thing you're going to do for water damage. Pretty good unit overall. Chang'e, you know, if you're playing this game, you should know her by now, the queen of skill gauges and helping your team out there. And then otherwise, you start looking at some of these other heroes. If you're really new to the game, Lisa's not bad. You're going to get Elisa fairly soon into the story. You can build her up. That's fine. This character right here, if you don't have a Chang'e, Mayahue, she's pretty good. She's still in the upper echelon as far as skill. Skill buffing, etc. You see the skills charge speeds here. She's still good, so if you don't have a Chang'e and you got this girl, hey, build this girl up. She's going to help you get your damage out faster. Her name's Mayahue, by the way. And I think this hero is actually not that good, but hey, if she's your only water DPS, she's your only water DPS. Now, if you can't put together a full water team, like you can't get, if you need a tank, you can't get your water tank, you don't have an Eve, maybe you don't have an Ellison, maybe you don't have a Miku and a Snow Miku, then you just gotta take whatever your highest damage water unit is. And I can't go over it with you specifically for your account, but just know that there are... I'll put a link to a couple of the tier lists in the notes, just to give you guys, you know, some thoughts on which heroes are effective at their roles, at least for water units. And there's also a Ragna Break tier list on one of the tabs of them, so be looking for that as well. So, but like I said, make sure that you're doing all your dice rolls a day. Make sure you get all these charges, because it's dice roll stuff if you do enough of it. Where are the bonuses? Hold on, let me find them. Oh, that's weird. Oh, here it is, yeah. It's right here. So if you do enough of these, basically when you pass at the end, if you do enough of these, you get a free Hatsune Miku right here. So that'll help bolster your teams. And then if you get multiple Hatsune Mikos, definitely do a skill break for her. For those who don't know, let me actually go back and show you. So skill break, in this game, if you're newer, what's going to happen is you're going to go to your character, and your character can be any level for this, by the way. You're going to go to uncap if you get a clone, and then your clone's going to be here, and you click on them, it's going to cost a certain amount of gold, you uncap them, and then after you uncap them, you see how all these skills over here, it's rank 1. When you can only get it to max up rank 10 when you get one character, but after you uncap a character, you can get it to rank 2, up to 10 ranks. And etc. I think it goes depending on how many stars your character has, but if they get to 6 stars, it has all the way to 6 ranks. So you want to up these ranks because it's going to increase the percentages, it's going to increase the base damage, and overall it's just going to make your skills and your character that much more useful, and that's the rule for every character. It affects their 2s and their 3s and their 1s. That's just how I think of them. Their auto skill and their 2 tap and slide skills, as well as the super. Oh, it doesn't affect their super skill, but still helps set them up faster, etc. So just be sure you're doing that. And that's pretty much all I got to tell you guys. So that's what Hatsune Miku is going to be. I'm not sure when the Ragna Break's coming, but once it does, it'll be over here. You'll see it on top of the story. So just make sure. I'll try to come out with the patch notes whenever the patch notes come out, and we can know ahead of time. So. But you see, I got a gun, though, because I need to build up my Ellison, because I don't have an Eve. And Eve, by the way, for those wondering, is the best water DPS. Actually, one of the best DPS in the game. Probably still, if not the best, tied for the best. Just depends on the situation. It's between her and that one girl with the guns. Not the guns, but the guns. The holy lady. Anyway, so I just don't remember her name offhand. But hopefully this guide helps you guys, so yeah, be looking forward to that, and start gunning up your water teams right now. You see I got a lot of work I gotta do, and that's just the way it is, so I guess I'll do my promo now. Yo, I'm Showtime Doctor, Showtime DR. You got my YouTube, hit a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Also, check the title info, there's a link to my Twitch and my Discord. I stream this game on occasion. Usually I use this game, I set up, and then I do my other games, because once you're done farming in this game, it's fairly quick after an hour or so of chatting and farming. And then Yeah, you know, got a Discord. The community for this game's actually grown a little bit. We've gotten about like 3 or 4 more people in there. People starting up, asking questions. A couple of you said that you only started this game because you saw my videos, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, guys, really appreciate it. This game deserves a lot more attention, so I'm trying to give it some. And hopefully, if you feel like it, you're watching this video, maybe come check it out. Not for you, it's not for you. It's just the way it is, so catch you guys later on. Have a great day.